After what seemed to be an initial hesitation, the federal government of Nigeria has recently embarked on a mission to evacuate Nigerians who are willing to return home from different parts of the world in the wake of the coronavirus pandemic. Nigerians living in India are no exception and have become increasingly vocal about their demands because of what they regard as government's insensitivity to their plight. This will be the focus of our conversation with our second guest, who is a representative of the Nigerian community in India, Martins Izevbokun. Good morning, Martins, and thank you for joining us on the morning show.
Good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, Martins. Well, I've described you as a representative of the Nigerian community in India. Where exactly are you in India, or you are back in Nigeria? And quickly, we understand that Nigerians in India have been complaining about what they call the insensitivity of the Nigerian government. What exactly is the problem, considering the fact that the Diaspora Commission and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs have both been helping to evacuate Nigerians who are stranded abroad in the face of COVID-19?
Yeah, thank you very much. I live in Coimbatore. Coimbatore is a city in Tamil Nadu, in India. And the Nigerian government, I think to a very large extent, they are very responsive. And the Nigerian High Commission here, as far as I'm concerned, they are doing their best. And the issue of evacuation came up, and they came up with a very outrageous price. All of us raised an alarm, and they immediately swung into action. They put everybody on the same platform through a WhatsApp group, and incidentally, all of us discovered the issue of the high tech. They're giving option to approach another airline, which is Air Ethiopia, who evacuated the Nigerians in the US. The Air Ethiopia brought in a proposal. We now find out that Air Peace proposal was more competitive, and all of us, we agreed on Air Peace. Air Peace gave us various options. Economy class, 1,003, business class, 1,007, then first class, 1,009, with 75 kg luggage allowance, which was a welcome development. Incidentally, most people are still complaining because it's an unprecedented problem because of the high cost of one-way ticket, which is about 568,000 naira, which is a very, very big amount. Most of ways they don't have such, so the complaint is on. Where the federal government is actually erring is the issue of subsidy. We were thinking that federal government should be able to do some little subsidy as a way of palliative to reduce the suffering of the Nigerians in India, because we were made to understand that when we pay up all these expenses down to Nigeria, we are still going to take care of our quarantine for 14 days, which is another enormous price on people who is already stranded. And that has been the bane of our concern over this issue. And our appeal is for the federal government to introduce palliatives to subsidize all these efforts. The Nigerian High Commission is very responsive, and the gentleman here, Major General Chris Eze, is doing wonderfully well. He responds to every of our problems, but however, he has a limit. He has limitation to what he can do for individual evacuees. That is the current position.
Thank you for that initial analysis, Martins. I mean, it's great that the High Commissioner, Nigeria's High Commissioner in India, has created a WhatsApp group with 200 of you to keep you updated and let you know what is going on. Now, the Nigerian government has said that issues in bringing citizens back also has to do, and I think you mentioned this, the connection's a bit bad, so forgive me, also has to do with the fact that we have limited isolation beds available in the country for people that we are bringing back. Do you think that this is a valid argument on behalf of the government at a time like this? Or do you think the government should be doing all that it can to make sure that there is space available to bring back all Nigerian citizens on time?
Yes, I quite agree with the federal government on the issue of the quarantine. But incidentally, the quarantine should be decentralized, like what is done in India. Every state in Nigeria should have a quarantine center. Then let all these evacuees come in. The state government will not take the responsibility of transporting these evacuees to their various quarantine centers in their respective states. And NCDC, they all have a representative. What is state in Nigeria? So it must be Lagos or Abuja that is already saturated with people. So to me, the federal government is being too conservative about the issue of quarantine. For instance, India is moving over 400,000 of its citizens all over the world to India. And they have told all their respective state governments to make sure that they prepare a place to quarantine the returnees' state of residence. I believe we should adopt the same system in Nigeria to enable all the Nigerian nationals abroad to come in and be quarantined. The issue of quarantine, I actually I'm in support of the quarantine. Even if the federal government refuses to quarantine, I will quarantine myself. Because the issue of COVID-19 is not a joke. It's not a joke. It's a reality. All of us must imbibe it, and we must follow the basic safety procedures. That is my position. So this is decentralized. The quarantine centers between Lagos and Abuja. Every state should pick up their returnees. As soon as they arrive in Nigeria, they come with a bus, pick up your returnees in Lagos or Abuja to your state and quarantine them there. So that is the issue.
Well, Martins, we have had reports of Nigerians and other Africans being maltreated in some parts of the world, particularly China, and being accused of spreading COVID-19. What is the situation in India with regard to foreign nationals who are in India? Do we have a case of stigmatization or maltreatment or racism, considering the fact that many Africans in India complain about racism? What is the situation now?
No. The Indians are very responsible people, and they are very caring and they are loving. And to a very large extent, and to the best of my knowledge, I have never seen any of a Nigerian man or black man being maltreated. In fact, we are even treated as foreign expatriates, as we do in Nigeria, like here in Coimbatore, where I came for medical tourism. The people here are very responsive, and they respect me a lot, and they love me. They care about me. As I speak to you now, I'm about the only person in this hotel. The director of this hotel left 4 of his staff to take care of us. So I don't think anybody can do better than that. And also, my hotel, being that the bill was running so high, he gave me 50% discount. For instance, I was paying about 2,000 rupees a night. He might be telling me to 1,000 rupees. I don't think any person can do better than that.
And that's great to hear, that you are getting help and support that you need, because reports that we are seeing show that many Nigerians who are stuck in India right now are also forced to use their flight fares to pay for accommodation and to pay for feeding. Now, you mentioned that you would like to see palliative measures being provided for Nigerians being stuck in India, but the reality is that that is not the case. So what is being done about this demographic of Nigerians right now that really cannot afford to feed themselves and cannot afford to accommodate themselves any longer?
Yeah, it is quite pathetic, and it's a very serious matter to some people, because you see the Indian demographic spread is very large and complicated. For instance, we have 2 exit points, one in the hill, one in Bangalore. And in most cases, there are people who are living thousands of miles away. And train is not working. The airline is not working, except you take a taxi by road. And you find out that the standard people may pay up to 50,000, 60,000 rupees to get themselves either to Bungalow or to Coimbatore. And there are some other neighboring states like Nepal, Sri Lanka. Some Nigerians want to even come in through the land border into India to board the planes. So these are the various problems confronting the various evacuees. Obviously, most of us are stranded. Everybody can't be on the same platform when it comes to finances. So the federal government actually need to wade in. Those people that cannot pay, there's a way government can help them. I, for one, I have paid. I'm not complaining, but I am advocating on behalf of those other ones who cannot pay. And it is quite pathetic because the cost of living here is high and no income is coming. And we were thinking that as the federal government is coming to evacuate us, things will a little bit reduced. For instance, I came in here through Ethiopia and I paid 395,000 for two-way tickets. Now I'm paying for only one way, 568,100 naira. So you can imagine the disparity. You can imagine the disparity. This is what is actually according to each and every one of us. And it's quite devastating and disheartening to know that federal government is not showing any responsive palliative to lessen the problems of these evacuees. And it's quite disheartening.
Well, thank you very much, Martin Izevbokun. I'm sure that the Nigerian authorities must have heard you, and we hope that they will take up some of the concerns that you have raised. Thank you very much for joining us all the way from India.